This
10
is the
years
problem. It's
experience.
hard to replicate stuff like this. But for other players, yeah, when I look at this Man United squad, there's a bag of players that you can just replace, no problem. Do you know what I
Yes.
mean? Because their profiles are not very rare, bro. They're not rare profiles. So like, there's only a handful of players that I wouldn't sell unless you offered me an obscene amount of money. Do you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And then I
you'd
would
have
have to
to
sign
double it.
3 players or 2 players to kind of make it make sense.
Yeah, you'd have to double it because, like, what Ahmad gives you at the age he's at, for example, we'll use him because that's what the initial questions.
Right.
You see what he gives you at wing back just coming back in these last 2 games. You see the
Mm.
difference. And also, what's underrated as well is defensively, he's pretty sound. And you don't
Yeah. Oh,
normally
yeah. He's
expect
got
that for
mad
wingers.
work rate for someone
Yeah,
that's so good on the ball. Yeah, he likes to do the ugly side of the game, and you don't often see that with players with his ability on the ball. Usually,
yeah,
they kind of neglect the other side of the game.
that's it. And not that, and that's especially wingers. It's like that's the one part of wingers' game you hear managers, you hear fans talk about in regards to or chasing
Mm.
down fullbacks and things of that nature. So that's it.
Mm.
Yeah, exactly. That might working part time since he was in school.
Yeah.
But yeah, I look at it with Ahmad, whereas with Bruno, we need to even if he was to stay, the midfield area needs revamping. We need 2 or 3 players. So if you get 150 M's, 120, 130, anything in that region, any world record, British world record fee, you move him on, and then you bring in 3 players with that. Even 2 players,
Mm.
even if you go sign 2 players for it's 120, and you go sign 2 for 60 each, and then you go get someone else for 40, or you go get somebody else on a free. Be interesting to see because one thing about Saudi is they are serious. They
Yeah,
will,
yeah.
you
If
know
they've
that they
got
are
their
serious.
mind set on a player,
Yeah,
then they're willing to
they'll drop
do
the bag.
whatever they need to do. They're willing to spend whatever they're going to spend. There was a similar situation with Mo Salah where it was like their man basically said to Liverpool like, how much, bro? And Liverpool said no. But these man will rock up to you with a blank check and say, yo, like, we want this player. And it's specifically one club as well. They're saying Al Hilal want him um for the Club World Cup, and they're willing to blow the bag. So because of that, it's like, bro, if the player's even remotely, if he's remotely interested in it, and why wouldn't he be at that age? Like, at that age, he's not going to compete for a league title at Man United. So at
No,
that age,
not
if they're
currently.
offering him the kind of money, they're saying like 2 million a week or something like that. If they're gonna offer him that, yeah, of
Say
course he's gonna go. Yeah, bro.
is it too? Yeah, that properly weighs up the money versus your aspirations and what you want to win in the
Listen,
European
two
games. The
mil,
two
2 mil,
are
or 1 mil a week or something like that. I read,
you
bro,
say
some
they offered
stupid.
that to Duran. Duran got big bread when he went over there from Villa as well. So that
True,
doesn't even surprise me. He got huge
true,
money. He got huge value.
true.
He got huge money. Yeah,
So
Marquis
they're looking
signing.
for a marquee signing after Salah decided to stay. They'll use the 170 earmark to make the marquee signing. See, it's okay. See, it's the Salah money. I didn't even know it was the Salah money because
Hey,
I
shout out
mentioned
Salah,
Mo
man.
Salah before. Do you know what I
Shout
mean? But
out
I didn't
Salah.
realize it was the Salah money.
If Salah staying means we sell Bruno for that price. But it's interesting to see. We're gonna find out how much Bruno loves the club and how much he loves the game. We're gonna
Brother,
find out
listen,
if
bro,
this
I
is
don't
true.
care how much you love the
We're gonna
game,
find
bro.
out.
Dip, fam. You know them ones like
I want him done, Rants. What I'm saying is, though, we are going to find out for everyone who's like, oh, he's an embodiment of the club. He loves
yeah,
the club. Let's see how much. All right, we're gonna put a figure to see how much your love costs. You know what I'm saying? For this club.
yeah.
That's where I'm at with it. If it is, let's say it is $1 million a week, for example, they're
Mm-hmm.
tripling his wages or whatever, and it's Saudi. Okay, how much do you want to take Manchester United back to the top?
The
Do you want to stay here
170
with
is
fighting
not
more trophies?
just for Bruno. I think that's probably including his wages, guys.
Right.
You
Well,
know
hey,
the ones there. I
hopefully,
think that's
no.
not just a transfer fee, the 170. I don't think it is. Do you know what I'm
Mm.
saying? I think they've got a package like all together. They're saying they can get him and give him that money. That's what that's what I think the 170 is. You know,
Yeah.
like that. But brother, run me that. Give me 100 mil.
100 M's.
Give me a
What?
hundred mil.
I would take
You know
50
what I'm
for him.
saying?
100 M's. Because then you can go spend that
Bro.
elsewhere. And then you get him gone. Like, all right, go win the Europa League and then let him walk off into the sunset, man. Walk out
Mm,
the door with the Europa League winners medal around your neck. Cool. Lifted the
mm.
trophy. Helped us win 3 trophies in 3 years. Thank you for your services. We're moving into a new era. I want these players gone anyway, despite that. So I'm with it. Yeah, man, we're going to find out if he loves the club or not. Like, just don't be calling him, don't be like Liverpool fans, don't be calling him Judas and all that if he does leave people.
Nah, bro,
Don't be doing
listen, go
that.
get your money, bro. Like
Go
he's
get your
what,
bread.
30, 31 or something like that. And it's like
Go get your bread.
these kind of offers don't come around very often, bro. Like they don't. This is big, big, big money if that's what they're offering. If they're offering him Mo Salah money, you have
Yeah,
to
most
take that, bro.
elements
That
don't
bro don't
change.
even speak Arabic, blood, and they're offering him that. You have to take that.
Yeah, he's gonna be 30, so he'll be 31 at the start. 31 in September, so he'll be 31 come the start of the next
Yeah.
season as it's starting.
So
So
yeah,
no,
you,
that
bruv, you
helps.
gotta go, you gotta go do what you gotta do, bro. And at the end of the day, it's one of them things where we're in the process now. We're in the process of a rebuild now. So if they offer that kind of money for any of our players, we have to entertain that shit.
Of course, because it's startup money. Like you said, we're doing a rebuild. We haven't got big bread. We've got money to spend, as you see with the Kunya rumors, the Lap and Burmo, Osherman, etc., etc. But that helps so much. That really helps so much. Yeah, get your money. Look at that. I don't begrudge anyone going over there at any age. That's why even when Duran got criticism, I was like, it's life-changing amount of money. He's getting generational wealth over there. Go and
Fact.
get your money. We all would move. We'd all move. Whatever job you do now, if someone came to you and said, "Hey, I will quadruple your wages," you just gotta move country. We're all moving. You know what I'm saying? What are we talking about? We're all going. People just be out here lying because they don't have that opportunity. So yeah, with Bruno leaving, that's what I'm looking at what he can do for the club. That type of money. Go invest it. Go invest it alongside. I want a new team anyway. That helps.
Yeah, 100%. Where do you think is the most important positions for us to strengthen? Obviously, we've been linked with the goalkeeper. We're going to talk about that later. But what do you think are the key positions?
For me, I always say the spine. Because I look at any team that's been successful, they have a strong spine. So I look at the center backs is cool. I look at the goalkeeper. I look at the central midfield area. I look at the tens and I look at the striker. They're the four. I've heard people mention wing backs. I hear that with the wing backs. But for me, spine. If you do not have any team that has been successful in recent years, past years, you have to have a strong spine. Even teams that have done the unthinkable, like when you look at, for example, what's it called? When you look at Leicester when they won the league. All right, their goalkeeper was competent, centre backs competent, but they had a generational player in Kante doing things, and they also had Mahrez, even though he played on the wing. Vardy did his thing as well, one of the better
Mahrez
strikers.
kind of was
Yeah,
more
he was
central in
separate.
that system. Him
Yeah,
and Vardy
exactly.
kind
He
of played
drifted
in like
like
a
a
yeah
4-4-2
like
type thing
yeah
that
it
time.
was it's like a 4-4-1-1 thing.
So that's where I'm at. And this is what I've been asking. Because people are like, oh, you want world-class players? No, bring me competent. Because we're so far away from being a competent unit is what my issue is. I'm not looking for us to bring in players to go win the Premier League this summer. No. How about we just become a competent unit that's a top 6 side again? Let's just start there. Let's just start with winning back-to-back games. Let's just start with being tough to beat. Let's just start with actually having confidence going into games again. So yeah, for me, spine goalkeepers definitely said Onana's dreadful. He has to go. Because our centre backs are actually all right. That's the one spot in our
Oh,
team
our
I look
centre
at.
backs are our
Right?
strongest
Yeah,
position in the whole
I like
club, you know.
I like the centre backs. I'm like, cool. Goalkeeper's a problem. Central midfield, like I just said, is an issue as well. I don't know what the manager wants to. If it's Cass, you need someone alongside him. You can't go Casagate. We need someone who's going to progress the ball passing, like through the lines, or someone who's press resistant and can carry the ball. Like, even though he plays as a 10, someone like a Morgan Rogers. So like a Musa Dembele did for Spurs, for example. Someone of that.
Yeah,
Who
that
that
can
is, I don't know.
carry the ball, bro. Yeah,
Yes, that can
100%.
carry the ball. So either a ball carrier or someone who plays through the ball through the line, or ideally both. So like a Belieber, for example. And then tens we've already spoke about in depth because of our lack of goals. So if it's Cunha, cool. We've been linked to Embuemo, love that. Linked to Cherky, Diblin, love all of that. Same with the strikers as well. We've had the conversation about Osherman or Mateta or Delap. So yeah, for me, spine, they're the main ones. Goalkeeper, central midfield, 10, striker, or tens, I should say. They're the 4 positions I look at, to be honest. I
I
keep
hear it.
hearing this as well.
Man said a meeting took place today between Osimhen's entourage. He's keen on United, 12 million a year salary. I don't know how much that is a week. But the rumors were that Amarim wants Osimhen, but the club prefer Delap's
They want the
profile
lap.
because of his age and the salary he's on. If that's the case, don't buy Osimhen. Like I don't want to see them make the same mistake they made with Ten Hag or any other coach. Yeah, don't buy players for coaches.
You buy players for the club that we spoke about because the lap is talented and you work with what you have, and it should go hand in hand. Like I said, the board and the hierarchy and recruitment team should be on side with the manager like that, even though they want different players. Their ideas should be very, very similar in that sense. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what's going with that.
100%. I mean, man said we get 150 for Bruno, get Wharton and Cherky and Awesome, and then with the regular money we get in Boymo, Cunha, and Edison at window, and maybe a wing back. Bro, we need a goalkeeper as well. But
Yeah, we
I
need
hear what
to
you're saying, bro. I'll be honest, yeah. Like
goalkeeper.
United have the ability, yeah, have the ability with the ins and outs, yeah, to go and sign 7, 8 players this summer. They
I think
do,
we could do it. Yeah,
including free transfers. And the reason why is, say for instance, if they do get that 150, yeah, even aside from that, like the players that are out on loan that we need to replace, the Sancho, the Anthony, the Rashfords, there's money there. Anthony and Rashford, we're getting at least 80 million
yeah,
for the
because
two of them, at least. Anthony's been linked to that Atletico and a few other teams.
I
We'll
seen him get linked to Arsenal.
Yeah,
I was like,
bruv.
this is crazy work. I
Listen,
think get linked
and
to
then
Arsenal. I was like,
Rashford, we're getting at least 40 mil for that's
you're
80.
saying 40,
We
yeah,
can still move Garnacho and we can still move Hoyland on. There's players to move. Do you know
there's
what
a
I mean?
lot of places to move
There's
on.
pieces to
Don't forget
move.
about the 25 for Sancho as well.
Yeah,
That's added in.
there's
Don't
actually
forget
pieces
about
to
that.
move on the chessboard, yeah, which will mean that we'll have money to spend. And then maybe we get European money as well. I don't know how much it is, but every little helps. Do you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
there's pieces to move, blood. And then there's even, bruv, there's still players like Angel that's on a free that they can still go and get. Do you
You
know
have
what
to
I'm
take
saying?
advantage of that. I hear fully what you're saying with that. You have to take advantage of the free transfer market as well. And the last super chat before this one from Monty, when he said this could be a Coutinho moment in regards to rebuild, I hear it. Like you
It
have to
could
spend
be.
this money smartly, and
It
it
better
could be
be the
because they were going for
Coutinho
money anyway.
moment and not the Gareth Bale moment. You know them ones. The
Listen, but
Spurs got all that
oh
money and
Lord, the
wasted it
best
on dead ballers. You know them.
freaking what was it like Soldado and like
Soldado
Lamella?
and I think it
Yeah,
was the Soldado thing that they did
yeah.
with the Gareth Bale money. They died. They bought like 4 men, bro, and it didn't bang. Like
Yeah, it
you know
wasn't a
them
good job.
ones.
It wasn't.
I
They
swear
really
that.
did. Let's hope we don't do the Bale thing and we do the
I swear
Coutinho thing.
Liverpool done a mad one. They
Was it
um
Van Dijk and Allison because of that? I swear it was Van Dijk and Allison.
Nah, but there was
Yeah.
but there was one before that they sold and it didn't bang. Who else did they sell for big money and then they brought
Was it
in like
Torres?
Lambert and them lot? Yeah, it might have. Was
Was it
it
Torres?
Lambert and them man? They brought in with the
Yeah,
shit bill.
it was it Andy Carroll and Lambert and
Yeah,
everyone
oi,
like
the Andy
shout
Carroll
out to them.
36 mil. Yeah, oi, bro, that was bonkers. You know them man. So obviously they learned from that. Do you know what I mean? But we better
Yeah.
not do the Andy Carroll thing. You
Yeah.
get me?
One thing that they have done though is recruited well. I say that. We've discussed that. That's one thing in Ineos I
Yeah.
actually do trust him in regards to recruitment because the players they brought in, even though I had reservations over them, and it's like most of them have hit good price points and have delivered.
That was the
So that was
Suarez
unsure.
money. That's what it was. It was the
Was it
Suarez
Suarez? That was it.
money.
Suarez. That was the one. That was the one. Yeah. So like
Wow.
that's it. So that's why I don't worry about it. Even if Amarim doesn't get the best out of him, because a couple of the super chats have mentioned
Mm.
it about Amarim out and he's not going to get the best for the next manager's at least walking into a better situation.
Bro, every
He's
manager
walking
that
into a
walks
better
into
situation.
Manchester United, the one thing they shouldn't be saying is, "What the fuck are these players?"
Yes,
Because
and
this is
that's one
Manchester
thing they all
United.
have. They
Yeah,
all have walked in. Minus Ollie's probably the last one who walked into the job and there was actual some quality there. Like
yeah.
Ten Hag, we all went, look at this squad. Amarim,
Mhm,
we all said, hey, look at this squad. Whether you rate the manager or not, whether you think he did a good job or not, we all, well, vast majority, general consensus, we all went, yeah, this squad ain't it. This
mhm.
squad ain't it. Whether you rated the manager or you don't rate the manager type of thing. Yeah, they got Carroll to replace Torres. I knew it was one of them. So yeah, like that's where it stands. And they've done a good job so far. So this is just added because they were going to spend, they were going to buy 4 or 5 players anyway. So let's say hypothetically we do get money for Bruno. That is free, more players. So then you're talking 8, 9, and that's just money.